Stoicism teaches self-control, emotional resilience, and the ability to rise above negativity. However, what if you wanted to flip the script? What if, instead of embodying Stoicism, you used its opposite, reverse Stoicism, to punish a man who took you for granted? In this video, we'll explore psychological tactics that disrupt his emotional balance, challenge his ego, and make him feel the loss of your presence. This isn't about revenge. It's about reclaiming power and making him realize your worth. The power of emotional control. Emotional control is one of the most powerful skills a person can develop. It is the ability to regulate your emotions, respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, and maintain composure even in challenging situations. This trait is essential in personal relationships, professional life, and overall well-being. When you master emotional control, you gain the power to influence situations, command respect, and navigate life with confidence and clarity. 1. Why emotional control matters. In every interaction, emotions play a significant role. People who lack control over their emotions often find themselves in conflicts, making impulsive decisions, or feeling regret over things they said or did in the heat of the moment. Emotional control allows you to pause, assess, and respond strategically, ensuring that your actions align with your long-term goals rather than temporary emotions. For example, in relationships, when someone says something hurtful, an emotionally reactive person might lash out, escalating the conflict. In contrast, an emotionally controlled person will take a deep breath, assess whether the comment deserves a response, and either address it calmly or disengage entirely, maintaining their dignity and power. 2. Emotional control equals power. The person who controls their emotions controls the situation. Whether in a negotiation, a disagreement, or even dating dynamics, emotional control gives you the upper hand. When someone expects you to react with anger, jealousy, or insecurity, but you remain composed, you disrupt their expectations and maintain control of the narrative. Imagine someone trying to provoke you, expecting an emotional reaction. If you respond with calmness and detachment, they lose their ability to manipulate you. Instead of reacting emotionally, you become the observer, making rational decisions rather than being controlled by fleeting emotions. 3. How to cultivate emotional control. Mastering emotional control takes practice, but here are some key strategies. Pause before reacting. When you feel triggered, take a deep breath and allow yourself a moment to process before responding. Detach from external validation. The more you rely on others' opinions for your self-worth, the more emotionally reactive you become. Build self-confidence from within. Focus on the bigger picture. Ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? If not, don't waste your energy on it. Use silence as a weapon. Sometimes, the most powerful response is no response at all. 4. The ultimate advantage. Emotional control allows you to maintain your power, set boundaries, and make better decisions. It enables you to handle challenges with grace and confidence, making you magnetic, respected, and unshakable. When you control your emotions, you control your life. Master the art of emotional distance. Emotional distance is a powerful tool that allows you to maintain control over your emotions, relationships, and overall well-being. It does not mean being cold, indifferent, or emotionally unavailable. Instead, it means creating a healthy space that ensures you remain in control of your feelings rather than being controlled by them. Mastering emotional distance is essential in relationships, friendships, and even professional settings, as it helps you avoid unnecessary emotional turmoil and keeps you in a position of strength. 1. Why emotional distance matters. When you become too emotionally invested in someone, especially too soon, you risk losing your sense of self. Your mood, happiness, and decisions may start depending on their actions, responses, or validation. This imbalance often leads to neediness, overattachment, and emotional exhaustion. By mastering emotional distance, you ensure that your happiness and stability remain in your own hands. For example, in a romantic relationship, if one person constantly seeks validation and overinvests emotionally, the other person might take them for granted. However, maintaining a sense of detachment keeps you from overgiving and prevents others from seeing you as too available or easy to manipulate. 2. How to create emotional distance without losing connection. Mastering emotional distance is about balance. Not completely shutting someone out, but also not overexposing your emotions. Here's how to do it effectively. Control your availability. Always being available diminishes your value. Learn to say no sometimes and set boundaries around your time and energy. Limit oversharing. Not everyone needs to know everything about your emotions, struggles, or thoughts. Keep a level of mystery. Detach from outcomes. Stop fixating on how things should turn out. Enjoy the present without worrying about what someone else thinks or how they will respond. Prioritize yourself. Focus on your goals, self-care, and passions. The more you invest in yourself, the less dependent you become on external validation. 3. The power of emotional distance in relationships. Emotional distance creates desire and respect in relationships. When someone senses that you are in control of your emotions and don't desperately seek their approval, they become more drawn to you. People value what they have to earn, not what is freely given. By mastering the art of emotional distance, you shift the power dynamic in your favor, making others respect your presence rather than take it for granted. You remain calm, confident, and unshakable, which is exactly what makes you truly irresistible. Make him compete for your attention. One of the most powerful ways to shift the dynamics in any relationship is by making a man feel that he must compete for your attention. This doesn't mean playing childish games or being manipulative. It means creating a life so fulfilling and exciting that he naturally feels the need to put in effort to be part of it. When a man senses that he is not your only source of happiness, validation, or emotional fulfillment, he instinctively becomes more invested in winning your attention and affection. 1. Why competition increases value. People value what they have to work for. When something comes too easily, it's often taken for granted. This principle applies to relationships as well. If a man feels that your world revolves around him, he may become complacent, assuming that no matter what he does, you will always be there. However, when he sees that you have other priorities, passions, and people who value you, he realizes that he must earn and maintain your attention. Think about it. When a person sees a long line outside a restaurant, they assume the food must be worth the wait. The same concept applies in relationships. If others appreciate and seek your time, it signals that you are valuable. 2. How to make him feel the need to compete. The key to making a man compete for your attention is living a life that is fulfilling and vibrant on its own. Here's how to do it effectively. Cultivate a strong social life. Spend time with friends, engage in activities, and enjoy social events without always including him. Let him see that you are in demand and that your time is precious. Prioritize your passions and goals. Whether it's career, hobbies, fitness, or personal growth, investing in yourself shows that your life has purpose beyond him. Be unpredictable. Avoid being too available. Sometimes, let him wonder where you are, what you're doing, and who you're with. A little mystery increases attraction. Show that other people value you. This doesn't mean flirting with others, but subtly making him aware that you are admired and respected by others reinforces your worth. 3. The psychological impact of healthy competition. When a man senses that he has to work to keep your attention, he steps up his game. He becomes more attentive, puts in more effort, and treats you with greater respect because he understands that your attention is a privilege, not a guarantee. This approach ensures that the relationship remains balanced and that he values you the way you deserve. By making him compete for your attention, you elevate your status in his mind, ensuring that he never takes you for granted. When you become the prize, he will always chase you. Use silence as a weapon. Silence is one of the most powerful psychological tools you can use in any situation, whether in relationships, friendships, or conflicts. Unlike words, which can be debated, explained, or dismissed, silence leaves room for uncertainty, overthinking, and introspection. It forces the other person to fill in the gaps, making them wonder what you're thinking, feeling, or planning. When used strategically, silence can shift power dynamics in your favor, make people respect you more, and even make a man crave your attention. 1. Why silence is so powerful. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They feel the urge to fill the void with words, explanations, or justifications. This is where silence becomes a weapon. It creates psychological discomfort, making the other person reflect on their actions, question their assumptions, and sometimes even chase your attention. Imagine a situation where a man expects you to argue back when he upsets you. Instead of reacting emotionally, you say nothing. You simply go quiet, remove your energy, and let the silence do the talking. This unexpected reaction disrupts his expectations and forces him to reconsider his behavior. He starts to wonder, did I go too far? Is she losing interest? That uncertainty makes him value your presence more. 2. How to use silence strategically. Using silence effectively doesn't mean giving someone the silent treatment out of immaturity. It means knowing when to speak and when to hold back so that your words and presence carry more weight. During conflict, instead of engaging in heated arguments, pause. Let the silence stretch. This makes the other person feel the weight of their words and actions. When he's being distant, instead of chasing or asking, "What's wrong?" simply match his energy. If he pulls away, you do the same. Silence will make him miss you more than words ever could. After making a strong point, once you've said something impactful, resist the urge to over-explain. Let your words sink in. When setting boundaries, if someone disrespects you, don't argue, just withdraw your attention. Nothing is more powerful than silence after disrespect. 3. The psychological effect of silence. Silence creates a void, and human nature seeks to fill that void. When you use silence, you make the other person do the work. They think more, reflect more, and often come to their own conclusions that benefit you. It also signals emotional maturity and strength, making you appear more composed, mysterious, and in control. When used correctly, silence shifts the power in your favor, making others respect, appreciate, and even desire your presence more than ever before. The final blow, indifference. Indifference is the ultimate weapon in shifting power dynamics in any relationship. When you stop reacting emotionally, seeking validation, or investing in someone who is not meeting your standards, you take away their control over you. Unlike anger or revenge, which still show emotional involvement, indifference signals that you have emotionally detached, and that is far more powerful. When someone senses that they no longer have an effect on you, they start questioning their importance in your life. They wonder why they no longer matter, why you've stopped caring, and whether they've lost you forever. This realization creates discomfort, regret, and often makes them chase after you. 1. Why indifference is so powerful. Humans crave validation, attention, and emotional reactions. Whether in relationships or conflicts, people feel reassured when they see that they still have an impact on you. But the moment you become indifferent, not angry, not sad, just completely unbothered, you send a clear message. You are no longer a priority in my life. This shift makes them uneasy. When someone is used to having your emotional energy, its sudden absence leaves a void, and that void forces them to question their value in your life. Indifference makes them realize what they took for granted, and in many cases, it sparks a desire to win you back. 2. How to master indifference. Indifference doesn't mean ignoring someone childishly. It means withdrawing your emotional investment while remaining composed and self-assured. Here's how to do it. Stop seeking validation. If they don't text back, if they pull away, or if they show inconsistency, don't react emotionally. Act as if it doesn't affect you. Match their energy. If they give little effort, give even less. Show them that you will never beg for attention or chase after anyone. Focus on yourself. The best way to cultivate indifference is by redirecting all your energy into yourself. Your goals, passions, social life, and self-improvement. When you are truly fulfilled, their presence, or absence, becomes insignificant. Let actions speak louder. Instead of saying, "I don't care," show them through your behavior. If they stop calling, don't call either. If they don't prioritize you, move forward as if they don't exist. 3. The psychological impact of indifference. Indifference is unsettling because it removes certainty. When someone knows they still affect you, they feel secure. But when you show no reaction, they start to question everything. They may start testing your limits, trying to get a reaction, or even chasing you to regain control. By embracing indifference, you take back your power. You show that you are not easily influenced, manipulated, or emotionally dependent on anyone. And in the end, nothing is more attractive and commanding than someone who truly doesn't need validation from others. Conclusion: reclaim your power. At the heart of all these strategies, emotional distance, making him compete for your attention, using silence, and mastering indifference, is one essential truth: you hold the power in your own life. Too often, people give away their emotional strength by seeking validation, overinvesting in relationships, or reacting impulsively to situations that don't deserve their energy. But when you learn to reclaim your power, you shift from being reactive to being in control. Reclaiming your power doesn't mean becoming cold, manipulative, or shutting yourself off from meaningful connections. It means establishing a mindset where your happiness, confidence, and self-worth come from within, not from external sources. When you achieve this, you naturally command respect, admiration, and even desire, without ever having to chase it. 1. Understanding true power. True power is not about control over others. It's about control over yourself. It's the ability to walk away from situations that no longer serve you, to remain composed in the face of challenges, and to demand the respect you deserve. People with true power don't seek approval. They know their worth and don't rely on others for validation. Maintain emotional control. They don't let others provoke, manipulate, or disturb their inner peace. Know when to walk away. They understand that sometimes the most powerful move is to leave and never look back. When you reclaim your power, you attract respect and admiration effortlessly. People start to see you as someone who is independent, emotionally mature, and valuable. 2. How to apply this in everyday life. Reclaiming your power is not just about relationships. It applies to every area of life. Here's how you can practice it daily. Set boundaries. Learn to say no without guilt and protect your time and energy. Choose your reactions wisely. Not everything deserves your response. Learn when to walk away in silence. Invest in yourself. Focus on personal growth, career, fitness, and passions. A fulfilled person doesn't need external validation. Detach from outcomes. Stop obsessing over how things will turn out. Let go of the need to control every situation. 3. The ultimate transformation. When you reclaim your power, you become unstoppable. You no longer feel desperate for attention or validation. You stop over-explaining, over-giving, and overreacting. Instead, you embody confidence, self-respect, and emotional strength. And the best part? People will start chasing you. Because nothing is more magnetic than a person who knows their worth and refuses to settle for less. Reverse Stoicism isn't about being cruel. It's about teaching him to value you in the only way some men understand, through absence, mystery, and self-prioritization. If he truly cares, he'll step up. If he doesn't, you walk away stronger, wiser, and completely unfazed. Want more insights on emotional mastery and relationship dynamics? Subscribe now.